Hello, boys and girls. I'm Miss Schneider, and today we're going to talk about some math. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. It's called Listen, Think, Wait. And when I snap, I want you to tell me the number of dots that you see on my card. So I'm going to hold up a card with dots, and I want you to count them. Think about that number, and then when I snap, I want you to say it. All right, are we ready? Here we go. 5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do another one. Ready? 2. 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That one was easy. 1. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There were 3 dots. Okay, that was the last one. All right, we'll be playing that game, but we're gonna get bigger and bigger numbers, okay? So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice some counting, and I have here some markers. Do you see my markers? Okay, kindergartners, I want you to help me count the markers. Ready? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 markers. Now, what's another way that we could put these markers so that we could count them? I could lay them on the table. Let's lay them on the table. Let's count them. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you see how I pointed to each marker? Can you point and count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many markers were there? 4. That was the last number we counted. All right, I'm going to rearrange the markers, and I want you to tell me how many markers there are this time. They look a little different, don't they? Let's count and see how many. Touch and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 4 markers. All right, now I'm gonna get out some cotton balls. Do you guys have cotton balls at your house? So I'm gonna put these cotton balls out in what I call a caterpillar, okay? So I'm gonna put them in order like this. I want you to touch and count with me. If you have cotton balls at home, you can do this too. You can get 4 cotton balls, and then we're gonna touch and count the cotton balls. All right, make them like a caterpillar, just like I did. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I want you to take those cotton balls, and I want you to squish them together like a kitten. Nice and soft kitten. All right, now this time, we're gonna put the cotton balls in a different order, and I want to count them again. Are you ready? I made 2 caterpillars, didn't I? And they're exactly the same. Can you count how many I have all together? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. All right, now we're going to use a board, and we're gonna make some dots, okay? If you have a board, you can do this with me. I would like you to draw 4 circles in a line to show a caterpillar, just like we just did. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's touch and count our circles. Touch and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's erase those. We had 4 circles in our caterpillar. Now I'm gonna rearrange them. I'm gonna draw a circle in each corner, and then we're gonna touch and count. Will you touch and count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the same, aren't they? All right, I'm gonna do it again with a new number. Are you ready? This time, Ready? Touch and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are in my caterpillar? 5. Can you draw 5 circles like me? Put them in a caterpillar just like we did our cotton balls. Let's touch and count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time we're going to erase and rearrange them. So I still want to have 5 circles, but I'm going to put them in a different place. Let's see if they're the same. We had 5 circles before. Let's see if we have 5 circles still. Touch and count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same. Can you make your board look like mine or your paper? Let's touch and count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 circles in a different place on my board, but we still had 5. So we had 5 when I made a caterpillar and 5 when I had it in the corners and in the middle. All right, boys and girls, I want you to practice touching and counting things in your house, okay? Now, we are going to do a worksheet together, and we're going to touch and count together some of these, and then I'm going to have you guys do it on your own, okay? So, you should have this paper. It has ducks and moons and leaves and a paper clip. And at the top, there's a place to write your name. It's always a good idea to practice writing your name. Miss Schneider's going to write her name at the top of this, and I'm going to use a marker so that you can see. In Miss Schneider's class, we sing a little song about writing our name. All right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna count these ducks, okay? And they might be hard to see on your paper. You might need mom or dad to outline them. Miss Schneider outlined her ducks so that I could see them better. Will you touch and count the ducks with me? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 ducks. That is how many ducks there are. So now down here, I have to find what the number 3 looks like. Number 3 is around the tree, just like this one right here. So I'm gonna circle 3 because there were 3 ducks. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna do this one down here because it's hard to see on your paper. And Miss Schneider outlined it so I can help you. So we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna have you try the rest of them by yourself, okay? So will you touch and count these stars with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 stars. That's how many stars there are. The last number we say is how many there are. So there are 4 stars. So now I have to look at my numbers and see which one is 4. Now, if you're not for sure which number is 4, if you get out your name tag on the bottom, it has a number line. Or at least on Miss Schneider's friend's name tag. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a number line. And so I could use my number line to count and see which one is 4. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what the number 4 looks like. Now on our worksheet, it doesn't look the same. Do you see this number right here? That's the number 4. And sometimes when we look at worksheets or on our computer, the number 4 is written like this. It's still the number 4. It just looks a little different. So that's the number Miss Schneider's going to circle because there were 4 stars. Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many stars? 4. Let's circle 4. I would like you to try to do the rest of the worksheet by yourself and have your mom or dad check it to see if you counted them and found the correct number. Have a good day, boys and girls.